Welcome back, performance enthusiasts and smart spenders, to Chrono Wheels. Look at the adventure bike market right now. It's a jungle out there. A jungle dominated by 1,200cc giants, 250-kilogram tech-laden tanks, with price tags that require a second mortgage. For the young rider, the new graduate, the budget-conscious explorer who dreams of hitting a dirt trail on a Saturday without selling a kidney, what are your choices? A soft road scooter with ADV styling, or a bank loan that lasts longer than the bike itself. But that era of compromise is over, because a legend is roaring back to life. And it's not coming back to play the big bore luxury game. It's coming back to start a revolution in accessibility. A brand that wrote the book on British motorcycles is back with a single, earth-shaking mission to make authentic, capable adventure riding affordable. Forget the Dakar replicas you can't afford to drop. Ignore the street-oriented posers. This is the 2026 BSA Thunderbolt 334. And it's not just a new bike. It's a declaration of war on overpriced, overcomplicated adventure. Born from classic British heritage but built for the modern budget warrior, this is an A2 license-friendly, single-cylinder ADV machine with rugged, no-nonsense styling and genuine off-road capability. This isn't about reaching the ends of the earth, it's about reclaiming the weekend. This is the budget Dakar Killer. Forget complex parallel twins and high-strung triples. The soul of the Thunderbolt 334 is pure, simple, and brutally effective. A 334cc, liquid-cooled, single-cylinder engine. But don't let the simplicity fool you. This is a modern thumper, engineered for the specific demands of adventure riding. Let's talk numbers. Built to perfectly slot under the A2 licensing power restrictions while delivering maximum character and usable power. Horsepower, 35 horsepower at 500 RPM. That's the A2 limit, and it's delivered not with a frantic scream, but with a confident, tractable push. Torque, 30 pound-feet at a low, chugging 500 RPM. This is the magic number. This is where the Thunderbolt wins. Peak torque arrives early and stays late, giving you that tractor-like pull from down low to get you through mud, over rocks, and up steep hills without constant clutch slipping. The unique mechanical advantage of this single-cylinder layout is threefold. Simplicity and weight, one piston, one cylinder head, one set of valves. This means less complexity, fewer parts to break, and a significantly lighter engine mass. That saved weight is crucial off-road. Tractable power delivery, a big single delivers its torque in a predictable linear shove. There's no sudden power band hit. You can meter out power with millimeter precision using just the throttle, which is absolute gold when you're picking your way through a technical section. Cost and serviceability. This engine architecture is inherently cheaper to manufacture and dramatically easier to service. An oil change, valve check, or top-end rebuild is a fraction of the cost and complexity of a multi-cylinder engine. This is a bike built to be used hard and fixed easy, anywhere in the world. This engine isn't about top-speed runs, it's about connection and control. You feel every combustion pulse. It's an engine that talks to you, that rewards skill over sheer power. The Thunderbolt 334 doesn't mess around with fancy materials. It uses a high-tensile steel double cradle frame. This is old-school thinking for a very good reason: durability and flex. Steel is tough. It can be bent back into shape in a remote village workshop. It also offers a slight, forgiving flex that takes the sharp edge off brutal impacts, unlike a brutally stiff aluminum frame that can deflect dangerously on rocky terrain. The geometry is pure adventure biased, a long wheelbase for high-speed stability on dirt roads, a generous rake angle for confident straight-line tracking, and a respectable ground clearance estimated at over 250 millimeters, nearly 10 inches. This bike is designed to clear obstacles, not just look at them. And now, the most shocking number of all, the estimated wet weight. 158 kilograms, 348 pounds. Let that sink in. In a class where bikes routinely touch 200 kilograms, the Thunderbolt is a featherweight. This is its ultimate off-road weapon. When you're tired, when you're in deep sand, when you have to pick the bike up for the third time that afternoon, every single kilogram saved is a prayer answered. The weight distribution is low and central, making the bike feel even lighter and more manageable than the scale suggests. Here, the Thunderbolt 334 makes its budget-friendly intent clear without sacrificing core capability. You won't find electronic semi-active units here. You'll find honest, durable, and adjustable long-travel suspension. Up front, a 43mm upside-down fork with about 200mm, 7.9 inches, of travel. It's likely to be from a reputable OEM like Showa or KYB, and it will offer preload and possibly rebound damping adjustment. At the rear, a linkage-assisted monoshock with similar travel and preload adjustability. This setup is more than enough to handle serious off-road trails, fire roads, and the inevitable potholes of city life. It's simple, it's rebuildable, and it works. The braking system follows the same philosophy, capable and straightforward. A single 300mm disc, gripped by a dual-piston floating caliper up front, provides ample stopping power, especially given the bike's low weight. A 240mm rear disc with a single piston caliper handles the back. The crucial piece? A switchable ABS system. A button on the handlebar lets you disable the rear ABS or the entire system on some modes for proper off-road braking, where you need to lock the rear wheel to slide or steer in dirt. This is non-negotiable for a real ADV bike. The Thunderbolt 334 styling is a masterclass in nostalgic function. It doesn't look like a spaceship. It looks like a tool. It takes clear inspiration from BSA's classic utilitarian machines of the 60s and 70s, but with a modern, rugged twist. The visual hooks are undeniable. A round LED headlight set in a classic-looking cage. A tall, easily readable analog digital gauge cluster with a small LCD for trip info. A flat, long seat designed for active movement off-road. A 21-inch spoked wheel up front and an 18-inch spoked wheel at the back, wrapped in blocky dual-sport tires. The fuel tank has classic lines with knee-cut indents and the high-mounted front fender and engine guard screen capability. The ergonomics are perfect for its mission. The riding position is tall, commanding, and neutral. You sit in this bike, not on it. The wide, flat handlebar gives you immense leverage for control. The foot pegs are set centrally for a comfortable standing position when tackling rough terrain. It's a bike that makes you feel like an explorer the moment you swing a leg over. Don't expect a flashy 6-axis IMU or cornering ABS here. The Thunderbolt 334's electronics are Spartan, purposeful, and exactly what you need. It's built for reliability in harsh conditions, not for lap times. The centerpiece is a simple, LCD instrument cluster that's easy to read in direct sunlight. It shows speed, RPM, fuel level, 2 trip meters, and a gear indicator. Crucially, it has readouts for the switchable ABS and, most importantly, traction control. Yes, you get traction control, a simple, lean-angle agnostic system that prevents the rear wheel from spinning up uncontrollably on loose surfaces. It's a huge safety net for new riders, and a useful tool for veterans. You can likely turn it off when you want to play. You get 2 riding modes, road and off-road. Road mode offers full ABS intervention and sharper throttle response. Off-road mode dulls the throttle, allows rear wheel lockup by disabling rear ABS, and may alter the TC intervention. That's it. No frills, no confusing menus. Just simple, effective tech that enhances the ride without complicating it. Bluetooth connectivity for turn-by-turn navigation might be an optional extra, displayed on your phone mounted above the cluster. So what's the damage for this slice of British-built freedom, for the key to the adventure world, without the financial shackles? Our sources, the math, and the mission all point to one devastatingly aggressive number, an MSRP of $5,499. Let that number hang in the air. For roughly the price of a high-end smartphone on a 2-year contract, you are not buying a motorcycle, you are buying a passport, you are buying permission to explore. You are buying 35 years of British heritage wrapped in modern, capable, honest engineering. The value proposition is utterly destructive. Compare it to a Royal Enfield Himalayan. Compare it to a KTM 390 Adventure. The Thunderbolt 334, with its lower weight, its classic British badge, and its Focus spec, has the potential to undercut and outperform them on pure adventure spirit. This bike is for the student, the first-time rider, the budget-conscious family person who thought real adventure was out of reach. It's for the seasoned veteran who wants a simple, fun, disposable-feeling bike to thrash on the trails without worrying about a $20,000 machine. The Thunderbolt 334 isn't the most powerful, the fastest, or the most technologically advanced bike on the market. It is the most important. Now, I need to hear your voice. Debate this in the comments. At $5,499, is the BSA Thunderbolt 334 an instant classic and market disruptor? Or is the single-cylinder, low-power formula too basic to compete with established players like Royal Enfield and KTM? For a true adventure bike meant for real off-road use, which is more critical, low weight and simple mechanics like the Thunderbolt, or more horsepower and advanced electronics to get you out of trouble? Does the return of the BSA name with a budget bike enhance the legendary brand's heritage, or does it cheapen it? Should they have come back with a premium, expensive bike first? Smash that like button if you believe adventure should be affordable. Subscribe to Chrono Wheels for the truths the big channels won't tell you. The debate starts with you. Let's go.